Hello everyone, in this video we are going to concentrate on ordering integers. Again, when you hear the word integers, just make sure you know that we're talking about positive numbers that are whole numbers. We're talking about negative numbers, and we are talking about zero. So just keep in mind that those are the numbers that you're dealing with. Alright, and another thing is anytime you're ordering integers, a number line is going to be your best friend. Look at the three examples I have written down. It don't matter if you're trying to compare those two numbers. Draw a number line and everything's going to be much easier. If they give you a list of numbers, and I forgot to label right here, so we're just going to say least to greatest. Now, regardless if you're going least to greatest, greatest to least, a number line, it's always going to be the best way to go. So we're going to get started with number 1. So the first thing I'm going to do is just draw a number line. Now, notice that they're giving you a fraction there. So make sure you solve the fraction before you actually start doing it on a number line. So 12 divided by 6, that will give you an equivalent of 2. So that represents a 2. So we have -9, we have 3, we have 2, we have -1, and 0. So first thing is, on any given number line, I like to draw my midpoint, which is 0. And then I know that to the right of 0, it's always going to be my positive numbers. And I know that to the left of 0, they're always going to be my negative numbers. So that's a good starting point and important things to label there. So we're going to start labeling -9, which obviously is to the left of 0. So we got -9. We have +3, which is to the right of 0. We have 2, +2, which is to the right of 0. We have -1, which is to the left of 0. And we have 0 itself. So good thing we already had the 0. So those are the 5 numbers we are trying to order. And again, we are going from least to greatest. So as you know, negatives are smaller than positives. So if I was you, the number on the very left, which is -9 in this case, and that's a negative, it's always going to be your smallest number. So I would go ahead and label that as my smallest number. And I would do the same on the right side. The number on the very right, it's always going to be your biggest number. So I'll just go ahead and label it. That's my biggest. Now, once you do that, it's just impossible to get this wrong. If you go from least to greatest, your answer will go to your smallest number, which is -9, -1, 0, 2, and 3. So I can even write them down. -9. The next smallest is -1. The next smallest is 0, 2, and then 3. And then there you have it. -9, -1, 0, 2, and 3. That's how you solve that, least to greatest. Now you do the same thing if they ask you greatest to least. It doesn't make a difference. For example, number 2. The first thing I would do is, well, solve that fraction. 2 over 2 pretty much equals 1. Now you can create a number line here. Well, it's just very simple to understand. You have a negative number and a positive number. Now here I forgot to do, we're doing greater than, less than, or equal to. Now, you should know that any negative number, it's always going to be less than a positive number. So in this one, we don't even have to do the number line. It's just so basic to understand that. And on number 3, now they're both negative, so here be careful. Make sure you draw your number line. Again, 0, I always like to have it. Now it's -6 and -9, so -6 and -9. And the way I like my kids to remember this is this way. whenever you're deciding between nothing but negative numbers, the one closest to 0, it's the biggest one. So in this case, -6 is the biggest one, and -9 is the farthest from 0. That's the smallest one. So with that, we can answer this question. -9 is going to be less than -6 because -9 is the farthest from 0. -6 is the closest to 0, so -6 is the biggest out of the two. Alrighty, thank you.